Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire episode 10. So before we get started, I invite you to vote on something important about the mod Frost and Fire. The info card at the top right, rhadamant.com, or the announcement section of Discord will have a link to a poll, and this poll will determine whether or not crabs molt. So what would that look like? Do you know how megasloths or sheep or animals like that will be sheared for their wool periodically? Well, we would allow crabs to outgrow their shells and molt for material periodically. It would be on a longer time scale than wool, but would allow us to ranch crabs for benefit without having to slaughter them for material. If you think that this is a good idea, go ahead and vote in the polls. If you think it's a bad idea, go ahead and vote in the polls. Thank you for voting ahead of time. The next thing I'm going to do is to send my shooters up to deal with the fog generator, because I very much want to get normal power for solar back, or for wind power rather, back. And I'm not going to be able to do that until the fog generator, the weather controller, is destroyed. If you're wondering what crabs are good for, well, their material, of course, is very insulating, as we've established with Gabe, but they also can be used to caravan, and they can also be used to haul, and they can take a very, very, very high temperature, which means that they could be our summer haulers and summer caravan animals. Both very, very good options. Other things I want to go over. So, a member of my community, Mr. Chimmick, went over the code for the pod beacon bait, and here's what he came up with. The pod beacon bait is best done when the beacon is unroofed and when there is a one free spot next to the beacon to allow for pod raiders to land. So we'll get that set up. So the way that this Lancer is going to behave is the Lancer is not going to come to attack me until the weather controller, the fog controller, or generator, is at 50%. So that's good to know. Bash, there's something else I wanted you to do. So the geothermal that I was using for heat in the summer, or in the winter, in the summer is producing way too much heat. I'm going to unroof it so that it doesn't become a flaming ball wreck. So once this weather controller goes down, oh, we have another mech hive landing, scattering all over. Okay, I'll probably have to recall my fighters, but I just want to see what's popping out of these pods first. Come on. A pikeman, and a scyther. Alright, let's recall our shooters into safety. So we're going to have them path around the turrets and then back into the base. Also means that pretty shortly here, we're going to have enemies entering the base. If the first thing that's in is a scyther, we can immediately turn on the turrets. And then I'm going to have everybody in my colony stay close. Alright, JD, sadly, I'm going to need you out here. Gabe, you as well. I don't want any unnecessary damage dealt to the turrets. Or to my guys, for that matter. That scyther sliced through the hand pretty good. Here comes pikeman. Let me take cover. Okay, come on. can you guys finish off this Scyther? Raptor, you come out and help too. It's getting a little absurd how much this Scyther is tanking. Alright, now, everyone inside, turn off the turrets to draw these remaining pikemen close, and then we'll finish them off. I may even use my guests for this, as they are pretty well suited for this kind of work, with a mono sword and all. Except for they seem to be actually terrible fighters. That's okay, they have to earn their keep, earn their food. Hopefully it won't make them upset. And we're done. Alright, turrets are off. Making sure that everybody's getting the right food and everything. Yep, they are. Guests are unhappy. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. Alright, so we still need to finish off. Gabe, are you... Okay, you still need a rest. We still need to finish off the fog generator. But then I'm also going to have Gabe switch all the crops over to rice. Right, Opus and Mackie are now patched up. Raptor and Gabe, you guys need to go sleep. JD is currently resting. Raptor, I'm going to have you tidy up a bit. The base got a little nasty. I don't care about the disturbed sleep. We'll just clean it up. Okay. So those mechs are now dealt with. I guess we can shred Mechanoid. Do forever. Man, we're making almost no power at all. Really cannot wait until that is destroyed. Okay, so JD, you are going to go north and start working on this fog controller. Let's path you safely. Gabe, you are too. Actually, Gabe, I'm going to leave you here for a minute so that you can help farm, because I need food badly, and I need to make sure that you are maximizing our crop yield. So when this weather controller drops to 50%, the Lancer will aggro. Raptor, when you're up, you're going to be sent north as well. Oh, the Lancer's shooting at us. Between shots, let me take cover. It should revert and no longer aggro when it doesn't see us. Okay, good. We're about to brown out. Gabe, could you cut this tree? Actually, if you're cutting trees, that means you can come north. So, I'll deal with the trees later. And then Raptor, I'm going to wake you up. Consume a meal. And then come north as well. Oh, we just dropped it below 50%, which means the Lancer's probably already in transit somewhere. Ah, here it is. And it's going to be attacking either me or the base. Here it comes. Yep. Now, we haven't repaired these so much, so Bash... Wherever you are, go repair. Because we have a Lancer coming in right here. Alright, Bash. GD, we're going to have you turn around. Now that you're too hot. And we have Reapers landing in the northeast. Letherington, Masaru, Izumi, Paddywagon, and X. Fog Controller's almost taken out. The Lancer's halfway through the maze. I'm just going to top up the turrets. Some of these turrets here aren't healthy enough to really tank. And then this raid here are Sappers, so I'm going to be on the lookout for them as well. Come on, Raptor, you got to hit these shots. Alright, here comes the Lancer, so Bash, get inside. And JD, head to the base. Fog Controller, like 2 more shots. There it is. You guys come back down. Alright, this Lancer's basically on top of us. Bash. Let's have you bash it. Great. Turn off these turrets. And repair again. So they're coming in the north here, which is kind of fine. I'll just, I'll be replacing these doors. But it means they're going through my kill box. It also means that, I'm going to want shooters out front and soon, because Izumi here is coming in. Let's power these back on. And I might have to rely on my guests. We'll see. But Bash could be used to shut down Izumi. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you... Oh boy, and an Eclipse. Alright, that's all sorts of nasty. Alright, JD. Let's get you out here to shoot at these guys. I don't know why they're blowing this up. Bash, keep repairing. Okay, one's dead. That was probably a lucky shot. Yep. Shot to the CPU, which is otherwise the brain. I don't know why they're trying to sap south. But our other shooters are coming in, and we'll have them stack up on the wall as well. Alright, Bash, it would help if you shut down the Grenadier. I don't really know where these guys are going. But soon the fog will fade, and we'll be able to fight a little bit more easily. Alright, we'll also have to put back the wall that they blew up there. Let's remove the roof over it, and add this to stay close. Speaking of stay close, we're going to want to add this wall and these walls. I don't know what Paddywagon here is cutting through, so we're also going to want to replace that as well. Right, once Letherington's dead, we'll go after their Grenadier. Let's get a little closer. Trying to minimize risk here. I know I have a ton of people that are now hyperthermic or heat stroke. Alright, fall back to the turrets. I don't want to get shot by my own turrets, so let's not take cover behind that. Alright, and now the rest of these turrets turn off because I'm low on power. We'll go after Paddywagon, and that will be the last of them. God, yeah, my power is real bad right now. All right, that is it. That's the whole raid. It's... All right, JD is going to put out the fire, but yeah, that's good. That works. We have a lot of heat stroke going on. You get inside. JD, get inside. And now I'm going to put them on stay close. Our power should be bouncing back soon. I know we're going to have... Let me temporarily keep the sun lamp off. We're temporarily going to have a little bit of a shortage, but that will change as soon as wind kicks back up now that the fog generator's gone. Okay, another thing I wanted to do... Well, I'll wait until I bring in the refugees. So here's one thing I wanted to do is to put my storage into this facility from here. Oh, another mech hive. Attacking immediately, multiple angles. Bunch of scythers in the south. And one scyther up north. Okay. Rearm. Rearm. God, it just never ends, does it? And then the eclipse is also hurting, so we finally ended the fog, but now the eclipse is making it difficult to produce power. The other issue is... Okay, no, we did build this wall back already. Awesome. I was going to say that the 3 scythers down south, we're going to have shortcuts to the base. Alright, you go inside. Everybody else... I'm going to need you out here. And then Opus, I'm going to need you out here as well. With your stun ability. So some of these turrets are going to need to be resupplied. Actually, Raptor, I'm going to have you resupply this southern one. JD, get inside to clear your heat stroke. And then our power shortage is also proving to be a thing. Because most of our turrets aren't going to be able to be on. Oh, this is so rotten. Alright, JD, come out here. There was one turret. Alright, they're going to have to just risk fighting a Scyther like this. Mackie, you come out too. Raptor, you're bringing in the steel. 49, alright, let's get that off. 47, get that off. Huge risk of instant death. Uh-oh. And this Scyther's getting too close for comfort. Especially to Gabe, who's now missing a toe. I believe that was all of the scythers. But we'll have to heal up significantly now. And hopefully this eclipse gets cleared soon. See, outside storage. Oh, God. I'm going to move the storage and beacon back here. Instead. Okay, everybody's healing up. Oh, man. Just never stops, does it? We also have a lack of food. I see that now. Bash is going to be responsible for cooking, so I'm going to wake him up a little early and get simple meals coming out. Fibrous Mechanites for Opus and Gabe. That's going to make very difficult to keep Opus happy. Opus, I'm going to give you fine meals as a result. And then add some more steel beds in. Okay. Raptor, before you research, I want you to clean. The 2 new beds are for our guests that we'll be adding. Because yes, I am crazy and I'm going to add more mouths to feed because I like a challenge. Even a ridiculous one. Quest completed, the colossal buildings. That would be this. Yep, it's this one. So this building here is going to get broken down for material. And then this one's going to get broken down for material as well. So in a second here, I'm going to add the refugees. I don't really care about the quality of the beds. JD's getting the perimeter walls back up. The stay close zone should include here as well. Opus is fully healed. The lamp is going to get powered on. We have a lot of... Oh, let's get these off. We have a lot of repairs to effect. Some changes to the beacon box. Oh, that could not have happened at a better time. So now we have solar power as well as wind, full solar and full wind. So that should be really, really good. Quests, Yeti's Travelers, accept. So we've got Yeti. Uh-oh. Oh boy. So they're coming up north, which is dangerous, and there's also a bunch of blood spiders. Hopefully we just beeline past them. Yeah, we beelined past them. So they are going to be staying close, and they're going to help me to haul. So I don't know what their work is. Let's figure that out. But they're going to help me haul and clean the area. They're only here for 6 days. So they're pretty short-term refugees. There they go. Let's hope they don't get hyperthermic. Blood spiders are hunting me now. Alright, let's get this constructed so they have to go around the long way. Insect meat. That's obviously going to be one benefit. So temporarily, let's say everybody gets fine meals, just because I'm out of normal meals. and then we'll go back to simple meals as soon as that makes sense. All right, and then these guys are Raptor. Help me butcher these skeletons. These guys are helping me haul the steel, which Gabe should be mining any second. Good shot. Oh, here comes another one. Going after a guest of mine. Shot again. Here comes some more. Gabe, come out here. Oh, you're... Yeah, come out here. As we're getting heat stroked, it's going to be harder and harder for me to successfully defend. Wildlife! Let's have them all on hunt. Yeah, they do die in one shot, but they're fast. Fast and nasty critters. Oh, here comes more. Good shooting, JD. Good shooting. Whew, fantastic shooting. And then the last one is coming to Gabe. JD, go down south even though you're hypothermic to help Gabe in case Gabe can't make this shot. We made it. Alright, never mind. JD, you're off the hook. All turrets could be powered off. And my new refugees are going to help me move my storages. So this storage here is already ready to be deconstructed. The quest it was linked to is gone. Same with this one, which is why I'm getting rid of it. We're still not hugely into net positive power. Oh, hello. That is pretty convenient. Limestone being a building material and all. Another thing I should do is in the kitchen zone, we are going to disallow fertilized eggs because we might have some fertilized crab eggs soon, and I will put them in the research room, which will be temperature controlled. So I may want to make a stone cutter at some point. It's also becoming less and less ridiculous temperature now. What is this? Not part of Stay Close? Yeah, that's what's going on here. Do some fixed painting. Raptor, I would like you to get rid of the skeleton corpses. And then Bash, once he's done with that, get rid of the other corpses. Definitely repair all the walls. And these external walls up here, probably at some point should be replaced from steel to stone so that they aren't flammable and they're tougher. Okay, now that this is totally empty, let's remove the roof and then break it down. I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna ignore roof over old zones here that I don't really need to worry about. Just to look a little cleaner. Alright, soon we'll be back to larger variety meals. So we'll have the simple meals again. I'm also going to add in another chair to the kitchen table. Where are you going with that? Just so that we can accommodate one more person sitting. Okay, Bash. Let's get you, yep, cooking simple meals, perfect. And then let's get everybody back to simple meals. And a party. Oh, a party's gonna help with morale. So we have some guys that are on major break risk. My power looks real good. And we have a lot of mechs to shred. But yeah, this party is definitely going to help with morale. So the new refugees are definitely helping to haul quite a bit. They've been all over the place. Angelia has a fertilized egg coming out. That's awesome. I think all the blood spiders, yeah, all the blood spiders have been butchered. This whole facility can now be broken down for parts. Ooh, it's a dry thunderstorm. Means good wind. Look at our power excess. Alright, so here's the old facility that we no longer need. And it is almost the end of summer, which means that I will be able to go outside a little bit more. I am also going to have to be wary of this mech cluster because, of course, it's still up and will be until I neutralize it or it gets neutralized by Reapers. But I'm going to micromanage Gabe to do some mining in the local area. I'm probably going to take JD, or I just did take JD off of mining. Because Gabe can come down here and do some mining as well. So let's add this to stay close. Now another thing that my guests are going to be good at is to help to clean up. Now that hauling is pretty much done. Let's have them clean. So Yeti and Ian are going to clean all the slag and debris and all that stuff out there. Now that all my material have been moved to the zone in here, let's close the doors. Oh, also Gabe. Oh, Bash, unrestrict. Let's get that last spider. Now I'll put him back on restrictions. That was great for power. Shield belts are now done. Let's figure out what we're going to want next. I would say multi-analyzer would be helpful. But now that the shield belt is done, let's go and make one. And then let's also allow for slag smelting. So here's a shield belt for Bash. So the stay close zone, I'm going to include this area and this area. Let's include all this so that I can start to prep my home zone for stuff I want to prep. So one of the things I wanted to do is to remove the infestation chance. So that I can sort of bait infestations purposefully. Because that could be a very powerful tool for food. So I could bait infestations here if I wanted to. Something like that. As far as quests go, travelers are here for 3.5 days, royals are for 3.5 days, the blueprint not to be destroyed for 5 days, which is this one. I probably won't even get rid of this blueprint. There's really no rush to get rid of it. And then in terms of cleaning for my guests, for the last few days that they're here, I'm just going to have them do a whole lot of cleaning up the blood and slag and insect slime and all that stuff. Oh, but not you, Raptor. You're going to go back to research. I don't really care what these guests are doing. Alright, so to bait the infestations, I need to fill the overhead mountain zones where I don't want them to spawn with something to prevent them from spawning. Like steel walls. It's probably the cheapest method that I have available to me. Now, they are going to be valid to spawn in my tunnels, but I can keep the tunnels illuminated to reduce the chance. And then what that will allow me to do is to encourage them to spawn where I want them, which is to say somewhere where I can easily kill them. Bash, let's go get your shield belt. So filling in overhead mountains stops the bugs from being able to spawn in those spots. And I'm only really worried about the overhead mountain zones specifically. Another thing I could do is just a wall like this to keep my power grid safe from invaders. But I would say put a door here. That's a pretty cheap little construction project. Okay, that one's done. Then if I wanted to, I'm actually going to not... Yeah, okay. I'm going to allow this to be my infestation bait. So if we want that to be infestation bait, that does mean that I need to illuminate my cave here. The brighter the lights, the less likely. It's not a sure thing, but the less likely I am to get infestations. So remove. I'm going to remove the roof here. No, I'll leave the roof. It's fine. So light propagates out a certain distance, 8 tiles to be exact. So I'm going to have to space my light lamps out so that they illuminate to the fullest. So something like this, 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 and then 8 over I'm going to get rid of this door. Something like that. Okay, everybody should be pretty hungry, because I don't currently have fine meals, but we'll have them cooked soon. Isn't that right, Bash? I'm going to wake him up early. Have him get started. Hotel Frosted Fire is about to get a lot less populous, isn't it? That's going to be quite nice. I'm also going to require power down this way, because I'm going to require a light source down this way. Comes the lights. So a well-illuminated tunnel will mitigate the risk factors of infestation. So I gotta figure out, it's lit here, so 8 from here would be, okay, about there. Infestations like when it is above -17 Celsius and when it is dark with overhead mountain tile. I don't want to go fully into the details of how it works, but that's the long and short of it. So if you have illuminated mining tunnels, you don't zero the chance. Zeroing the chance would require me to supercool it down to -17C, but it lowers the chance because it's illuminated, whereas like this is not illuminated. It's not perfect, but it will improve the chances of me getting to choose where the infestations happen. So now, Gabe and JD are idle. Alright, I can fix that. JD, what do you want to work on? What would be productive for you to work on? Not entirely sure. I have to plan out a project. I don't know. But I'm almost out of time for this episode, so might not be something I have to figure out immediately. But Gabe, you can go to mine. I guess JD, now it's getting to the temperature that you are going to be comfortable. So I'm going to have you mine as well. Mackie, I'm going to have you solar pinhole in here. Before you bid thy exit. Okay, there is some compacted materials down there that I'll mine later with Gabe. I just didn't want JD to be idle. But Bash looks idle as well. Guest unhappy. Well, you'll be inside soon. You're fine. The other project I was thinking of, which is why I added all this to stay close, is to break down this old ruin for material. And that could give Bash and JD something to do. There's not much point in removing the flagstone because it's not going to yield me anything. But I could do it anyway. Also looks like most, or really all the slag that was out here got hauled in to the base. So I could start purposely aiming for additional slag to be pulled in. But that, right there, is a good stopping point. So just a little reminder, if you'd like to vote on whether you think crabs should molt their shells for a little bit of crab shell yield periodically, a long time scale, but periodically, go ahead and vote at Rhadamant.com or the announcement section of Discord. If you have any other feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. I hope you liked this episode, and I'll catch you all next time. Farewell, everybody.